Hello, I am Mary Mazur. This is Change Your Funk to Fun. This episode talk today is the first things to do to transform your energy into good results. Woo, that's what we'll be talking about today. Yes, what are the first things that's necessary to do so that you can transform your energy and that you can experience goodness in your life, expansion in your life, being able to live in the flow, to actually be able to feel the love of who you are, share your love, receive that love, the joy, the peace, the harmony. These are all the higher levels of consciousness that we are all being invited to, especially now. Yes, because we are in the age of Aquarius. And actually, astrologically, everything is supporting you right now. It sure is. So would you like to know what the first things are to do to transform your energy so you can have good results? All right. Hopefully your answer is yes. What are those first things? Well, the first thing is you have to actually want to. You actually have to want to change and transform this energy, which is actually a huge, huge piece. We can call it a huge bucket here. We're going to offer 3 big buckets today. Do you want to? Can you? And are you willing to? That's what the talk will be today. Those are the first 3 things that you're meant to actually fully connect in within yourself, fully allow yourself to play with energy, let yourself actually be an alchemist of your energy, learn about yourself, about what this is all about, all of this, and actually let you actually see the results in your life. This is what I do with myself every day, and I welcome you on this journey, because what you'll be doing here is you're going to change whatever reality of your life that you don't like, that is frustrating you, challenging you, pissing you off, okay, blocking you, limiting you in any kind of way. That is just energy. It's just contracted energy. And what you'll be able to do is to identify that contracted energy and be able to transform it into an expanded energy. Yes, because we're going to be talking about today is another universal law. Yes, because this series is all about the universal laws. So this universal law that we are going to help assist you with today is the law of perpetual transformation of energy. Perpetual transformation of energy. Ooh, well, that's a lot there. There's a lot of words there. It's a lot of energy there. And you can even ask yourself, what is this perpetual transformation of energy? Ooh, the philosophy is, the principles is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Yeah, no, not at all. There is a universal creation, oneness, consciousness, energy, beingness, oneness. People may call it God, divine one, source, consciousness, the universe. There's lots of names we have named this. That is the original creator of all. And we, you and I, are aspects of this oneness creation, because we first talked about the universal law of oneness. And now we're stepping into what a sweet spot here. I actually love this. This is one of my favorite universal laws. And to help each one of you who's listening today remember again, recognize again, begin to be curious about, question again. Ooh, just imagine that you and I, all of us here, we are energy beings, that we are. And actually everything on earth here is just energy. Everything is a consciousness, and everything is energy. Okay. You are a unique consciousness. You have a name. You've created an identity with yourself. You have a construct of how your life is running, and so do I. And the gift here, especially in this lifetime, is that we are going to be changing a heck of a lot. Yes, we are. And exactly this time, 2024, the last month of 2024 here, moving into 2025, that we are literally catapulting in a brand new way of being. And we welcome you to it. We welcome you to it. And it is vital for you to transform your energy. Anything that is contracted, which means anything that you don't like, or anything that's frustrating you, challenging you, blocking you, irritating you, where you get into resentment or yucky, hatred, black, white, good, bad, these polarity, which is on the darker, you can call it the more negative or contracted, heavier side, that is just energy. That's all it is energy. So the gift here is wanting to change that energy. It is huge because you get free will choice. Yes, you do. We all do here as humans. That is our biggest gift, is your free will choice. You get to choose to desire, choose to dream, choose to create goals, choose to have visions, choose to let yourself play, let yourself just imagine and create. So the biggest piece here with the perpetual transformation of energy to transform all of that is to help assist you into expanding so much to connect back to the love of who you are, remembering that you are the I am presence here in your own unique, precious way, and that you get to shift and change anything. For many of us, we're actually clearing our ancestral timelines, ending those things, closing those doors, finishing that, completing it, and any timeline. So if you can imagine that there are parallel lives, there are many other lifetimes that each of us have had, whether it's multi-galactic, multi-dimensional, and also here on Earth, that all those timelines are also connected with you too, and they're connected with me also. And in these times, we actually get to change that energy of that. Any other timelines, anything else, many people may call it like hooks or limitations or very strong beliefs, this is just how it is, things that we actually received from our ancestry, from our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, on and on and on, where we were born and raised, the culture we had there, the religion that we were raised in, if there was any of that, or spiritual principles or cultures in that. All of this you have. With this, many of us were embodied or agreed to embody, especially in the 20th century, more of a survival platform, a survival mechanism, very much fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses to things that we have to just survive or just get by. And in this is that those are actually, it's just energy, and this contracted energy you can actually utilize. You can become an alchemist of your energy. Yes, you can, which means you get to shift within yourself how you are feeling, what you are thinking, what you are doing, what are things happening to you or for you, because you get to look at that. Hey, is this happening to me or is it happening for me? Shifting these dynamics within you. So a victim energy, or someone who believes that things are happening to you, someone who believes that there's an objective reality, that this something outside of you is separate from you and this is happening to you. And especially if you feel hurt or harmed or you're wounded in any way, all of those aspects of you, your body holds. Our bodies are amazing, divine, sacred vessels here. And each of the cells, each of the organs, each of the parts within your body hold this energy. Your subconscious mind is the part of you that is the recorder that records everything, and then has you have it for long-term use, for you to go into autopilot, or you to remember things easily. Like we don't have to remember how to walk again. Yay, we learned how to walk or talk, right? Or eat, go to the bathroom, use the toilet, driving a car, right? Riding in the car that we automatically can do a lot of these things. We get to learn how to read and the mathematics, things like that. That's fantastic. And your subconscious mind runs everything in your body. So I don't have to be focusing on the food that I'm digesting or the cellular activities or how my blood's going to flow or how I'm going to poop, all of that stuff. Your body automatically does all this. And if you ever get cut, like a certain cut, let's say on your arm, your body will know how to heal it. As long as you clean it, take care of it, take a good care with it, it will heal itself. All of these pieces are integral parts within us, which is really amazing. And the gift is that you are actually a spiritual being having this human experience. So this talk is also to invite you, in order to be able to, the first things to do is to transform any energy, any contracted energy, so that you can have good results, to turn it into an expanded energy. So you get a lot more energy. You get things working faster and flowing, working in synchronicity. Things get connected more. You will begin to feel that you have more help or more supports, or just things become easier, and such an ease, such a flow. And you will begin to feel better too. So this is the gift, is you'll begin to feel. So what we would love to share with you is what would you love to change right now? What do you want to change right now? That's a huge one. One, the perpetual transformation of energy also lets us know with the universal law that everything is always changing constantly, because it's supposed to, that this is just how we live, that things aren't going to be the same. As much as many of us would like to have it be the same, a lot of us feel that we are much more comfortable. We feel safer and more secure when things are just the same, because it's predictable. We can know, well, what's going to happen, or how things are going to happen. And yet, have you noticed that everything is speeding up? That it is. And we actually have wonderful tools to help us. Like we have the internet, the fact that we can even connect now. This could be, this talk could be heard all over the world right now. That's profound, right? That's like amazing. So we have all this beautiful technology that is helping us in literally the speed of light of things changing really rapidly for us. So this is actually very good for us to have things going a lot faster. Back in the day, probably a lot of us when we were younger, things went a lot slower. And you probably can even remember that. Yeah, everything kind of was easier, simple, slower. Very much the same stuff, throughout your life. Many people will raise families and then have a career, do the work that you do to provide for your family, caring for yourself and others in the community, do some enjoyable things, but live your life, and then you die and go. So it's like a pretty much of a little template here, right? Whew. And then, many of us have had, harsh things happen, challenging things happen. And I think what many of us are also feeling is that things are really spiking up, so that it's even getting more intense. I call this year the potent year. 2024 has been a very potent year. Some people might say massively transformational, and a very potent year. And the big reason is because each of us, our higher selves part of us, our pure divine spirit parts of us, are inviting us to raise our frequency, to begin to remember who we are, and to step back into our hearts. So literally the first thing to do to transform your energy is to connect with your heart, connect into your body, connect in with you. And we call it your heart center. So it's, yes, you have a pumping heart, and the heart is meant to pump the love, the joy, the life force energy that you breathe in. And then even with you eating the nutrients from the food, to circulate throughout your body so that all your cells can be healthy, and that you get to continue to grow and have new healthy cells and to be well. This is super huge, right? Yes. Well, with this energy is that your heart center is your main operating system. And we weren't taught that. Most of us were taught to be in the mind, to be in the brain, to be thinking, to be actually in the left side of the brain, to be in that logical, separate part, the individual separate part of us, the one that has to do everything themselves, and everything is linear, and things are hard and more difficult. Yeah, more of a separateness. What we're inviting you to do is to step into your heart center. Some people might call it the right hemisphere. It's more of a feminine approach, and you get to work with the left part of your brain. The right side of your body is your masculine side, so you get to have the masculine and feminine come together. So when you do that, when you can connect into your heart, you get to feel, you get to step into infinite possibilities. And this is what we're going to be talking about next, so that you can transform any contracted energy into an expanded energy by letting your heart center be the main operating center for you. Ooh, I love it. And then that will then step into what you can do, and then what you will do. So these steps, these three primary steps, are literally transformational for you, so that you can feel better and have goodness in your life. Connect into your heart center and discover what it is that you really want, because many of us can get stuck into what we don't want and what's not working, or start complaining a lot. If you're doing any of that, catch yourself. The gift here is the more you can become an observer of yourself, the more you can become a witness of yourself, which means you are raising your consciousness to be aware of how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're doing, what's happening in your life. All of this is here for you. All of this is energy, and it's based on the energy that you actually have within you. What are you vibrating within you? What are you still holding on to that you haven't let go of yet? Where is your identity that you have created or made up within yourself of what you believe about yourself or about your life that you are ready to change? So there could be aspects, any contracted parts like this would be like, would be one, I can't. That's a big one. That's more of an enduring energy that I just can't do this. Another one is I don't feel safe here. Yeah, it's a little bit too scary here. I don't feel safe or secure. So we literally leave or get disconnected or put walls up around our hearts. That's huge. Or if you've been hurt before, then subconsciously those walls will go up to protect you. Whew, yeah. So with this, focusing on your heart center, connect in, let yourself open up some time, give yourself some time to open up. You can even close your eyes. I love to close my eyes and connect into my heart center. And I will check in and say, how am I feeling? What is going on? What's coming up here? What is bothering me, disturbing me right now? What am I either afraid of or concerned about? What don't I like happening right now? Okay. Identify what that is. And with the journal, you can write that down, capture that. And then allow yourself to shift into what you want. How would you rather it be? You are the creator of your life. You are the co-creator of your life when you're connecting with divinity. And you get that aspect of creation. So you get to use any victim energy or fear energy or fearful or just blocked, limited stuff. You get to identify it. So if you have those aspects within you, I work with myself, and I've done this for the last 14 years within myself. It does get easier the more you do it, but just begin. And you can, and then you can even be like very nurturing to that part of you, if that's helpful. Loving, hold that unconditional sacred space for that part of you. You actually are that loving, pure love light energy that can do that. So let's say we'll talk about lack and scarcity, because this has even come up for me recently, that I'm literally allowing myself to disconnect from that energy that had a hold on me as I was raised and growing up. And it was part of our ancestral lineage that I was born into, and you might have been too. And my desire, my heart's desire, is that I am abundant, that I live abundantly, and that I'm waking up and letting every cell of my body know that in my life. And so that I may magnetize abundance into my life in every area of my life. Abundance of love, abundance of deep loving relationships and beautiful connections, an abundance of new opportunities. I love new experiences. Abundance of money. Money is a currency of love. Absolutely. I have more than enough than I ever could imagine. And if it goes dipping, which recently happened with me, like, how come my bank account's going down? Whoa, what's going on? It's like danger signs, right? Whew. I have been able to develop for myself, and I offer this for you. You can develop this for yourself, is that I use it. And this is what being able to transform energy is all about, is you get to use this energy. It's showing up here for you. It's showing up here for me. So I can literally let myself feel it, because you're meant to feel it. I used to actually escape and deny or try and act like it's not there. And that only just keeps it there longer. So now I'm ready to step right in. You can do this for yourself too. Step right in. Let yourself feel it. And like for 90 seconds, like a minute or two, fully feel it. Holy crap, right? It turns into holy crap. But for right now, it's like kind of crappy. Okay. Oh, whew. And I just, boy, it's a yucky feeling. It's a scary feeling, right? And then I connect with my divine part within me. You have a divine part within you, your I am presence, your personal power part within you. Just imagine, wow, if I could just connect into this light being part within me. I call it the higher heart center. So good. And then I shift in, how do I want things to be? What would I love to experience instead of this? I would love to flip this around. And so let words come out. So if you want, you can start writing it. You can do some beautiful writing, creating it out. You can draw pictures with it. You can get with a good friend. If you have someone who also wants to do this, it's beautiful to do it in tandem and let yourself start dreaming again. So yes, it's okay to identify the parts that aren't working right now. Be real. Being real is huge. Like, yeah, I don't like that my bank account's getting lower. I would love to have my bank account increase and stay at a higher level and have it be at a higher level. And that even more comes, I can share more and grow more and do a lot more serving in that way. Whew, isn't that nice? So the gift comes in is then for yourself to transform this energy is to connect with what you want and imagine what does your life look like having that. Open that up. Let yourself dream again. Ooh, what would it be? What would you imagine? What would you create so that, wow, things start happening so beautiful for you. You can be a great creator of your life, great offering beautiful services, things that sharing your gifts, things that you are good at, and that people identify that and say, yeah, I do need, you can be very helpful for me. Thank you for that. Boom. And they're happy to give you money. And then, your ability starts growing into the mastery level and that it's very difficult for even to be replaced, that you are the one that's going to help all of these people with your unique gift. Woo-hoo-hoo. So that's a huge one for me. And I offer this for you to let yourself connect into that. Whew. So what will happen then is that it's very important. It's actually vital that you actually change these programs at the subconscious level of the mind, because we are conscious beings here that has a subconscious or even unconscious part that you were not even aware of at all. The subconscious part wrote all of it. Letting the fear parts come up is just letting you know there's aspects at the subconscious level. Like there were aspects within me that felt like there was something wrong with me. I'm not good enough. I'm being punished. That's why I don't have I'm not getting at the lovely highest level of my abundance level that I would love to be living. Yes. So I'm working with those parts of me. So the next piece of first things to do is to have yourself get a tool. Make sure you have tools that help you. We are here to learn, to grow, to have all the resources and all the tools to help us with literally shifting our energy, transforming our energy, which means we are transforming an aspect, an identity within ourselves. Letting go of, oh, I'm not worthy, and inserting in, I am worthy. Letting go that, oh, I can't forgive. They don't deserve it. That's wrong there. To, I choose to open my heart. I choose to forgive. Okay. And really working with the unconditional love parts of you, any conditioned parts, critical parts, things you were really harsh with yourself. Woo, letting those go. Activate in from your heart center. This is what I would love. A lot of these undertone pieces maybe actually what's putting blocks up for you to actually openly receive the abundance that's here for you in your life. So finding a tool that is vital for you is absolutely huge. I know for myself, I found Psyche and I'm forever grateful. It's fast. It's effective. It works directly and you get to do it. You get to make your own choice and you get to work with yourself. That's which is super huge. You can also get one-on-one sessions and get help from others. That's also an advantage too. And majority of it you get to use for yourself. We'll be talking at the end of the talk about you can come to one of my workshops. I offer online workshops. Anyone across the world can come to it. You can learn it from your own home. How about that? And start using it every day to help you literally perpetually transform your energy so you get more and more good results in your life and let go of the yucky, harsh, hard, difficult parts. Letting those go and let you fully embody your full essence here. Super huge. There are other supportive pieces that I know I also love to do is like breath work. There's plant medicines. There's, I love Qigong. And even yoga and being with high vibe people, high vibe friends, being with great things. So use it all. We're meant to use multiple pieces here. Just make sure you actually have all of the tools that can help you, because if you're stuck where you think that this is the part about that you can't change, it might be unconscious. You might not even realize you don't even have it. Might be a block, might be a limitation, or you might feel really stuck. If you feel stuck right now in any area of your life, there may be an aspect within you at the subconscious level that says, well, I just can't change, or things just can't change, or I'm not good enough, something like that. With the gift of Psyche, you get to actually access the wisdom within you, let that bubble up, And then you literally get to transform that energy, inserting a new program within yourself. Yes, yes, you can use words, or you can just transform the energy, transform your perception of just shifting your view of it to have a full view now, plus all the pieces, and have a harmony within you, a connection of your masculine and feminine within you. And delete anything that says I can't, and insert yes, I can. I love the saying that I love to do is I can because I can. Because I can. I am because I can. So I am worthy because I can be worthy, of course. So anything that you don't think you can do, let yourself play with this. Let yourself allow yourself, because you will be transforming your energy, going from a can't energy, which is a contracted energy, to I can energy, which is an expanded energy. And even let yourself get excited about what can I do? What am I capable of doing? What literally can I do? And that can open up huge pieces, because even for my own self, the online workshops and the in-person workshops that I'll be offering is that I hired a life coach. So there's other supports. Heck yeah. I'm grateful for Carl Parnell. Thank you, Carl Parnell. And I'm learning his system because I love to receive supports. I love it. I know I don't have to do everything all by myself. I get to offer my parts, and then I want to learn from others that can help me. So he's going to be helping me, which is awesome. In his system, he has a beautiful system that he's created, so that I get to totally allow, be able to have a direct way for people to learn what I offer and how vital important it is, because it is. And then I know each one listening to this today, you're going to have a little inkling within you, like happened to me when I heard about Psyche through Dr. Bruce Lipton's book, Biology of Belief. That's what moved me to go to the workshop and learn that. And at that time, it was only in persons. Now we have online ones. Yay. And then eventually you can go to the in-person, but start with the online. You're home. It's convenient. I have one this weekend actually, and I love it. I love it for the ones who are coming, and because I have completely cultivated that I know I can do a lot. I can be a lot. I can have a lot and use a lot and share a lot and receive abundantly. And this is what I would love for you to let yourself anchor in, so that you get to know to say, yes, I can. Whew, so with what you want, yes, I would love, for instance, to live abundantly and to live freely. This is a big one for me. And I think I believe it's for a lot of people, to be able to have whatever choices I want to do. I get to choose it. And I have complete freedom to choose what I want to do in each moment, and how I want to live, and how I love to live, and let that feel good within me, that I trust the choices within me, and that I get to make these from my love, from my knowingness, from my truth. So I let that be. So if there's anything, I'm told I can't do this, or this isn't happening, or something got limited for me, then I use that. I use that as energy of, okay, so especially if you're connected, let's say, to a workplace, or a partner that you have that they're trying to hold you back or limiting you. That's just energy. It's just energy. And you get to choose how you want to be. Are you going to be able to activate within you and upgrade your subconscious beliefs within you, so that you can say, I speak my truth. I get to share what my needs are. I get to stand up for myself, and have justice be served greatly for me. Things like that. We get to do this, and you have to have that I can piece within you. It's in your sacral area, actually. See, it's your heart area, your sacral area. You get to do this. So you say, yes, this is what I want. This is what I desire. And then land into your sacral that, yes, I can. And then get excited about it. Yes, I can. Woo! Because we're going to talk next about are you willing to do it? Because that's the third piece. You have to be willing to make the change, willing to transform that energy, willing to do something new. Because you can. And because you want to. Woo! See how they're all connected? And let your excited energy come out. Let your playful energy come out. Let your creative energy be. You get to be the creator of your life in new positive ways. You get to, because you chose to be here. Yes. And we are here to help assist you do it. Use whatever you don't want and shift it into what you do want. That's the first thing to do. And obviously recognize it and know you're ready for the change. Totally. You have to be ready for the change, which means maybe you get so sick of things or so frustrated that you're like, something has to change. Perfect. That's exactly what's meant to happen. Yes. And boom, then you're going to land into, can I do this? And what's blocking me from thinking that I can't do it? What are you afraid of? What are you concerned about? Like, oh, because for many things, well, if I make this change, well, these yucky things could happen, right? Those are important pieces to address. And it is important to look at, especially with transforming your energy, which means you are going to change within yourself, meaning you're going to have to be able to let go of things. Are you okay to let go? Like, let go of the anger, let go of the resentment, let go of feeling there's something wrong with you or thinking that you did something wrong, like a shame, guilt, fear, worry energies. Those are just all contracted energies, or even a pride level, thinking you're everything and you're it and you're the best thing out there, more than anybody else, and you're competing and squashing everybody down. That's also a contracted energy. Or even frustration. Each of these are actually here for you to invite you to go into your heart and connect in. Wow, how would I rather be? What can I do for this? How can I use this? Because with transforming energy, you cannot create it or change. You cannot create it or destroy it. You get to use it. This energy is here for you to use. Yes, and you do get free will choice to hold on to it, to stay there, to not change. You can just hunker down and freeze. People do that, but how's that going for you? Got to ask yourself that. Yeah, probably not so good. Check in with how you're feeling. If you're not feeling very good about it, that is the ding, 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 ding. Okay, how would you rather feel? Yeah, I know for me, I root for joy and peace and love and harmony and playfulness and flowing and freedom and abundance. I live abundantly and freely because we are divine sovereign beings here that get to do this, and we're anchoring this in, creating a new earth. Yes, we are creating new ways of being, living in new ways. We are all being invited into this right now. You are being invited into this right now. Woohoo! So anything that's crappy, chunky, areas where you feel stuck, you're meant to use it to help yourself get unstuck. Yes, you are. Absolutely. When you want to do this, when you choose to do this, you say something has to change. And then you connect in and you let yourself remove any blocks that says you can't. Psyche is a huge one to help you with that. To remove all those and put in, yes, I can do this. I am capable. Yes. Now go to the third tier. And I will do this. When you can get that committed to say, oh, heck yeah, no, I will do this. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I am doing this. And then you start bringing it into the present moment of I am doing this. What can I do in the beginning steps? And we'll talk about that at the very end. But even just saying, I will do this. When you say, I will make this new change, boom, something shifts. Isn't that flippin' awesome? It really is. Yes. And you literally get to transform energy. A beautiful example of transforming energy is water. Water, or the H2O. We'll just say H2O. So we won't even say water. We'll say H2O. H2O, hydrogen, a double helix of hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, these beautiful little gorgeous little elements here can be in three different forms. They can be in a rock solid form of ice at a very low temperature, which is a very slow, heavier temperature, ice, frozen, not moving, not doing very much. As it warms up, or like we say, when you're ready to transform your energy, make changes, let things go, release things, clear things, you get to move it into water, which becomes now a liquid. So instead of things being so rigid and resistance, a lot of that resistance is that doesn't want to change. Yeah. That's a signal. Would you like to change? Do you want to change it? And when there's a time, love the seasons, that it does move into that springtime. So the wintertime, frozen, ice, right? Solid. Boom. Warming up, it becomes liquid. It gets to flow and move around like rivers, waterfalls. We get to drink the water. We get to have baths and swim in the water, and it feels so much better. This is what you get to do with your own self, with your own emotions or issues you're having in your life. And you can bring it to the highest part. You can turn it into steam. You can turn it up so high. The heat is going so much, it's moving so fast that it turns into steam. You can have steam baths, right? It literally dissolves into just the air. Yeah, and literally goes up and becomes clouds. How amazing is that? And then turns back down into water, rainfall down into the water. And then when it gets cold again, whew, it gets solid. So ask yourself, what parts of you are you still cold? Which could be, what are you disconnected from your heart center? Where you're disconnected from your true essence of who you are, where you're in that separateness part. Be that very solid part, right? Part is for you. It's just experiencing that energy field in that way. And that's where people can feel very stuck. Things aren't changing. You're just kind of grumpy, complaining, maybe working really hard, watching news, and then, being stuck even in your phone, being separate, but not really enjoying life. Things aren't really going so well for you. The gift is something's going to happen in your life. Thank goodness. And who knows? It could be an illness. It could be an accident. It could be someone else happens to somebody else that will offer for you, because your higher self part of you unconditionally loves you, and oneness unconditionally loves you, that you're going to be given opportunities to shake that up. Okay. Just like with seasons don't just always stay in that frozen state. No, it loves to change. Everything loves to change here. So this talk is for anyone and everyone that is tired of the ice, tired of that stuckness, tired of this frozen, unchanging, things aren't getting better situation. The gift is you get to transform that energy with a perpetual way, which means you, in your free will choice, connect into your heart. Discover what it is you do really, really want instead. Connect into your sacral area within your body. Let yourself know, yes, I can do this. Clear out, get the supports like we offered, like Psyche, to come in. And we're creating new material called Your Sacred Way. So you'll be hearing about that one too. But find a tool that works for you, so you know you can do it. Because when you know you can, then you're going to begin to take a step. You're going to begin to go try something new, do something new, offer for yourself something new, a new way for you. And then the third is the willingness. Say, I will do this. That's a decision maker. That's you connecting to your personal power part of you. That is the power of your individual self with your divine self, being able to become one, and then connecting with divinity is everything. And Mother Gaia. Ooh, and just say, you know what? I will do this. And it may be big changes. Like maybe I will start my business now. It might be like, I will go get married. I will go have a baby now. Or it could be the opposite. I will, go through a divorce now, which was what I did a year and a half ago. It can be both. And trusting and know that you can turn all of this for good. Yes, you can. Or I will leave my job right now and go do something that I really love. Let myself fully love. Let yourself receive all the good that's here so you can have those good results. Your heart has the answer. You have it within you. You can feel it, connect into it, get very clear about that, and then commit to it. The commitment is huge. You have to commit. You do. Decide, say, yes, I will do this, and then begin to go make those changes. Because then you get to bring it into your life and actually fully experience it. And that is the gift you're going to give yourself. I love the example of the beautiful author, J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter book. So she had a very struggling life as a younger woman. I believe she was in her early 20s as a waitress. I believe she was a single mom, just surviving, getting by, struggling. And she knew she needed to make a change. She wanted to make a change. I want a better life. I want a better life for my family, for myself. So she tapped into her creativity. What can I do? What can I do? Let your creative part come in. What can I do to begin this? What can I do? And just begin doing it. And then I'm willing to do it. She started writing, telling the folk stories that she was raised in, letting herself birth and dream again and capture it in her writing. And look we are all transformed and changed for her. I love the Harry Potter movies. I hope you do too. And she became very, very wealthy in abundance. And I guess she's a huge philanthropist. She loves to share her money. She loves to offer and do that. So you can do it too. She's a human being just like you. And even the Apple company, when Steve Jobs I think they kicked him out of it, and then it was not doing well at all. He came back and he knew he was in there. He had his dreams. He had his visions for what he wanted, setting those goals. He knows he can. And he was willing to give his all, willing to share his gifts. And we are all, look at, I'm using the Mac right now. So thank you, Steve Jobs, for his beautifulness. You get to do this too. You have unique gifts. Discover what they are. They are in your heart. They're in your beingness, that you are meant to share your gifts with the world. You are. Discover what those are. Know that you can do this, because that's why you have these gifts. And then, are you willing to do it? That's the biggest. You get the free will choice to say, yes, I will do this. And when you can land in that and you allow all three of these to work together, what Sabine and I will be sharing is what's called that totality kickoff, that you get to, yes, heck yeah. Then you get to become and be in your way. Begin with your inspired actions, the universal law of inspired actions. Show yourself that this is true. What can you do now that you couldn't do before? And if you feel stuck or blocked, please come learn Psyche, because you can transmute this energy like this within minutes. And you'll be, whoo, wow, now I know I can, where before, a few minutes ago, I didn't think I can. That's massive, because you are the co-creator of your life. You can actually change these beliefs, change these programs, and then begin to be in a new way. You get to do this, and you're being called to do this. We all are. And that's why we're here. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And trust and know that you can, because you are the I am. And when you can remind yourself and remember yourself to do that, you will be forever, forever changed. Discover what it is that you are ready to change. What don't you like? What's frustrating you? What's challenging you? And connect into your heart's desires. Connect into what you would love. What would you love to experience instead of that? That is your biggest gift to give you. It is where all the energy is. And you get to let yourself play. Let your imagine grow. Your imagination field. Whenever you imagine anything, that you're working in the quantum level. You're working with the ethers. You're working in the non-physical to bring in the physical. And that's what you get to do here with perpetual transformation of energy, the universal law. That you get to bring from the non-physical world, from your imagination, from your thoughts. Have it be positive thoughts. Start letting going of your negative thoughts or negative self-talk. Switch those into positive ones. You get to do this. You get to do this. Yes, you do. Because once you have those desires, and it is important to check in, well, can I do it? Ooh, like, am I ready to do it? Yes. Circle back in. Yes, I do want to do this, but can I? And when you can stand tall, say, yes, I can, because I am the I am, and everything else falls away of whatever that can't energy is, then now you're moving. Now you're letting that energy move within you. Then connect in with your personal power part of you, and allow yourself to say, am I willing to do this? Am I willing to be committed to actually make a change, to actually, even if it's a little small thing, a little small trim tab can change and move a whole boat. You move 1 or 2 degrees in time, it makes massive changes. Just begin with something new from your heart's desires. So like we talked about, would you love to live abundantly and freely? Begin to ask yourself this. Ooh, if that's your desire. And then say, yes, I can. I am capable of doing it. I can, because I get to. You can come up with whatever words work for you. And connect in. Will I do what it takes? Will I become what it takes? That's a huge one there. Am I able to clear any energy that's limiting me or blocking me, any limiting beliefs that are limiting me? Allow yourself, like we're going to invite you to do, is to come learn Psyche, come have a taste of Psyche. And that is the biggest gift. Let yourself begin with a taste of Psyche. I am offering as a beautiful gift, a 90% savings that you get for 30 minutes. You click on the link below, and you'll be able to set up a time with me, and I get to help hold sacred space for you, where you get to have a taste of Psyche, which means you get to have a taste of making these changes, letting yourself birth your new way. If it's the abundance, it could be great relationships, great finances, great careers, great traveling, whatever you would love to have. This is all here for you in the quantum realm, in the ethers, in the non-physical. You get to bring it in the physical here as a human being. You get to. And it's great to have support. So I love to support people with that. 30 minutes, you get to be able to do that. So go to my website, igniteandhealyourlife.com. igniteandhealyourlife.com. And you can also click in on my services, private sessions at the bottom is the Taste of Psyche too. But we'll also have a link directly for that for you too. Because when you actually make the change at the subconscious level, you literally are changing the dynamics within yourself. Instead of working with just addition, when we work at the conscious level, we're basically utilizing like addition. An addition could be like 5 plus 5 is 10, or 100 plus 100 is 200. It's just a way of, living consciously, but yet not a whole lot changes. When you work at the subconscious level of the mind, you work with multiplication and exponential. So 100 plus 100 now turns into 100 times 100, which is 10,000, which means you may not make that much change. That's the difference. That's the gift of what Psyche brings, is you literally get into the multiplication factor because you're working with your subconscious mind, which is where all the programs are, where you might have created some limitations or blocks, or might have come from your ancestry. You get to change those. Yes, you do. And your higher self will give you permission for that. And then you get to blast off. Yeah, so we welcome this for you. We're going to do just a short little connector here to connect with your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe. Nice deep breath in, holding it gently. Breathing out your mouth. Connect with your heart. Allow yourself to give yourself permission to dream. Again. Birth again. Begin again. Discover what it is that your heart is holding, that you would love to create here, love to dream here, love to have. And then step into your sacral area. Allow yourself to clear anything that says you can't. So you can say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Connecting to your personal power. Say, and I will. I am committed. Because I am the love, that I am presence here. Breathe this in. Make the choice. Connect the link below of your Taste of Psyche. Because it's time. It's time to make these changes. And we welcome you to it. This has been beautiful connecting with you today. I give my heart to you, always. I am Mary Mazur. This is Change Your Funk to Fun. And I'll see you next week. Aho.